Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about suitcase backpacks. Backpacks are my favorite personal item ever. And I'm going to show you my old one, and I'm going to show you this new one that I got that I really love. I haven't taken it on a trip yet. I've actually just packed it for a pretend trip. And I actually overpacked it. I packed it for every season so that you could possibly need summer to winter, which is not the way I would normally pack because I usually take a trip for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time, so not very long. So in the event that I would really be packing, I would only pack for one season. So that's why this is overpacked. But I want to show it to you because I've been I love watching YouTube videos about traveling because I love traveling. And I always like to hear people's tips and tricks and ideas. And nobody was making a video like this. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make one. And so I hope that this gives you some ideas, okay? So I'm gonna show you my old one and what I liked about it and what I prefer about this new bag. So first of all, when I was looking, if you don't know what a suitcase backpack is, let me explain. A suitcase backpack is one that unfolds and opens all the way out like a suitcase. So that's what we're talking about. Both of these do this, okay? But the difference is the organization on the inside, and that's what I'm gonna show you why I prefer this one. This one I got on Amazon several years ago, and I've been using it, and I love it so much. It's by Bag Smart. I'm not sure if you can still find them, but what I liked about it is I liked the fact that it had these 2 pockets on the front, because if the bag is up under your seat, I wanted to be able to access different things from the top and get into all of these pockets. Well, what I discovered is these 2 pockets on the front are literally unusable pockets. And the reason is because they're way too flat. So when this thing is packed to capacity, you can't even hardly get into these pockets. And if you can only put like maybe your passport or a paper ticket up there because they're really small. They only hold that much and they're flat. This one is even smaller. It only goes to there. So the only thing I was ever able to put in here are maybe like a few pens, and that's it. So I just had these 2 pockets that I'm not even using, so that was pointless. And then what I like about this, but also what I prefer about this, and I'm going to show you, is that most suitcase backpacks have 3 sections that I'm going to show you. Most of them will have a front pocket like this, and then they'll have like this middle part, and then they'll have a laptop section. This bag actually has 4 sections. And that's what I really like about it. I feel like the organization is a lot more logical and a lot easier to use. And it's just, I think it's better thought out. Not that this one's bad, I'm not knocking it because I do love it and I've traveled with it a lot. Anyways, let's just go through all these pockets. So first of all, this front pocket, you see it's only maybe an inch or 2 deep. And so you can put like books up here. There's no organization here. There is on this one. So what I found though is when you put a book in here, they all fall down to the bottom. So then you have all this upper space that's not being used, and it's a little awkward. So that's one problem that I had with this bag. But again, I do love it and it is good quality, but it's just not, there's just problems about it that I just had problems with it. Now, both of these bags have expanding sections, so you can see this expands out. I've already expanded this expandable section, and I've packed it, obviously, but I'm gonna expand this just so that you get an idea of what it looks like expanded, okay? So what I've just expanded is the main middle part, which I'll show you in a second. But I do wanna show you that this bag has 2 cup holders, okay? And this is really nice, except for it can only hold bottles. It can only hold like 16-ounce water bottles, which is great because, you know, some people, and I've done this before, you go to the airport, and after you go through security, you buy a bottle of water, and then you take that on the plane or you drink it. But you can use that and fill it and then have water on the plane, and that way you're not dehydrated on the plane, and you can use it throughout your trip as well, and then throw it away when you're done. Now, it's nice that these have water bottle holders. This one doesn't, but you can see my water carrying system is different anyway. I'll get to that in a second. This one doesn't have water bottle holders, and that was almost what made me, that was almost the thing that made me not order this. But then I realized, you know what, the water bottle I use has a clip on it anyway, so I don't really need a water bottle holder. Plus these are so small that it is a little awkward. Even for my small water bottle, it was hard to fit it in there. And you can't fit anything bigger than 16 ounces, so it's not like you can bring those Stanley cups or anything. So, not that these are useless, I still use them a little bit, but I like this one better. I'll show you why. Anyways, let's get to the middle section, and you can see what I like and what I dislike about this bag, okay? So you open it out, okay? And if you have the expander open, what you have here is the need for packing cubes. You have to have a ton of packing cubes in here, or it just gets so disorganized. Oh, you can see my Aldi shirt. I love Aldi. Anyways, and once you get all your packing cubes in there, you know, you can secure them with the securing thing right here. But when you're on the plane, it's just awkward to be like digging down in there and trying to find what you're looking for. It's this huge cavernous hole, and everything, you know, I find that it would all fall to the bottom, and I couldn't find it anyway, and so I just have to wait until I get off the plane to get whatever it is that I was wanting. So, not that it's bad. I mean, it's good to have a lot of room, but it's just not very thought out to have this huge hole. It's nice to have this mesh pocket. I haven't really used this for anything because it's flat, but you know, if you needed to put, I don't know, a pair of shoes or something there, it can breathe, and you can see through that. But again, I haven't really used that pocket. It's hard to use flat pockets in a bag that you're trying to pack your necessities. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to have 3D things, but anyway, this bag, if it's still on Amazon, it actually comes with 2 packing cubes that fit perfectly inside. Let me see if I have them. This bundle right here is all my packing cubes that I use. Yeah, it comes with this packing cube, and it comes with, oh, this packing cube. So if you put them in there, they actually fit perfectly inside because they're made for this bag. But then you can't fit anything else. I mean, once you have these packed, because they're not the kind that condense down with the second zipper. So if you pack these to capacity, then there's not a whole lot of room. You can maybe put like a sweater or like something flat right here over top of them. But again, it's fine. I've used this even to travel, and this was the only thing that I used to travel for like a whole week. I've done that before. It's just really awkward. That's all I'm saying. It works, but it's just awkward, okay? So I love this bag, but I'm ready to start using this one because I think it's thought out better. All right, and then just so you see, there is a laptop compartment, which is padded, and that is nice. But there's no organization in it. You know, it's just the laptop compartment. And my thing is, I don't really even travel with a laptop because when I go on vacation, I'm not working. I close my schedule and I make sure that I'm not working anyway. And I don't like lugging my laptop around because then it can get hacked and it can get stolen. And it's just another thing to think about. So I don't even use this back pocket hardly. Sometimes maybe I'll put a book back there. But really the only thing I ever use are these 2, this big pocket right here in the front. I don't use these 2, and then I use this big compartment here. That's really all I've been using on this bag. I do like that it has a sternum strap, And these straps are really comfortable. And again, this bag is very well made. You know, I've had it for years and it's not even fraying or anything. It has the handle to your carry-on cart. It has that, what is this called? This hook right here. What it doesn't have though is a lot of these, and this one has it, is the lumbar pocket. I'll show you on this bag what I'm talking about, but a lot of these backpack bags have a zipper right here, and I like that because you can put your passport there. Like, I don't like putting my passport on the front here because people can scan it. I don't like putting my wallet there because people can easily get into these zippers, you know? So again, I don't even use these front pockets, you know? And this doesn't have a lumbar pocket, so I like this bag, but it's time to move on. All right, so now I want to talk to you about, this is, before I get into my bag, I just want to show you, this is my favorite neck pillow in the world. And you might think I'm crazy, but I also travel with an eye mask, and it's a blackout one, and earplugs, and I keep it all here. This is my sleeping kit. But this I got on Amazon several years ago. You can see the bag is tearing up, it's so old. But what I love about this neck pillow is it literally is the only pillow, and I have a skinny neck, okay? That's another thing. A lot of these neck pillows, they're so big that my head would fall around. There's no point to even having it. But this comes, I think it came in, I think they still have it, small, medium, and large, and I'm a small. I got like a chicken neck. But anyway, it's soft, but it's also got this really like stiff part in there. And so it's like the exact right, stability. It literally will hold your head and neck in place and you won't move. And it's the only neck pillow I've ever used that I've actually slept with because it holds my neck so still. It has this ability to tighten it. And if you need to quick release, you can push this button. And so anyways, this is my favorite neck pillow in the world. I do have a backup that I will get to, and I will get to the new backpack now. So I'm gonna show you that. All right, so let's get to the reason that I made this video. Okay, so this is my new suitcase backpack. All right, so straight out the gate, what I like about it is this one has, all suitcase backpacks have these condenser straps on either side. But if you notice, this side has latches, but this side over here doesn't. All it does is it has tighteners and loosing straps. And that, I actually like that. The reason is because when it opens on this side. It doesn't open on this side. So there's no reason to even have latches over here. And I will tell you that this backpack has latches on both sides. And I cannot tell you how many times I have undone these latches over here and gone, oh wait, this side doesn't open. This is the side that opens. So this is the only side you need latches on. You don't need latches over there. These are just confusing. So I actually really like that they don't have latches over here. So that was a good design. All right, so let's get to my water bottle. This is what I use for a water bottle, and I will just carry this through security. I wash it every time I use it, obviously, because I'm not gross. But, you know, I just fold it down like that and attach it to the outside and go through security. And then I go to a water fountain and fill it up. And when you fill it up, it actually this part opens out and it can stand up on its own. So once I fill it with water, all I have to do is attach it to the bag, and I don't even need a water bottle holder on the bag itself because the water bottle is right there. So I didn't need the water bottle holders anyway. So anyways, all right, so let's get to the bag itself. Before I forget, because I recorded this whole thing and I realized I forgot, this is an advantage over this bag because it has the capability for charging. So you could put your external battery on the inside. I'll show you that in a second. But this is a cool feature because you can actually charge your phone, and with the bag itself, you just put the battery on the inside. So speaking of the battery, this is my battery. And you can see it's really old. But this is my battery, but what I like about it, and I think I may have shared this in past videos, it's also a compact. And that's super cool because it has a close-up and a regular mirror. And if you hold the button down, it has a light. So, you know, if you need to do your makeup on the airplane, you can just use that. But it's also my phone battery. So if I need to charge my phone, I could put this and hook it up to my little charging port and charge my phone with this. So what I love about traveling is I always love to have items that are dual use. And this is a perfect example of that because not only is it a compact, it could also be a flashlight, and it's a phone battery. And it's almost about, this hinge is about to break, but I love it so much and it still works, so I'm going to keep it. Speaking of things that I should probably get rid of, but I am going to keep, I want to show you my headphones for the plane. I use these ancient Bose headphones that I paid a bazillion dollars for back in the day, and I am so grumpy that they're almost obsolete now, you know, because they still have that 3.5 jack, you know, but they have such good sound, and they were so expensive, and they still work. They have noise canceling that you can turn on. I mean, they're great for the airplane. They fit in your ear. The sound is good. And so all I did was I bought an adapter, a secondary adapter, so I can use this with my phone, and it works good. It will even use, there's a microphone in this, you know, like most headphones have microphone and headphone capability. Now here's the thing too, is like, I know these days the kids use the little AirPods and they use the wireless plug that they plug into the jack on the airplane. But then everybody's afraid that their AirPod is going to fall out of their ear, so they'll buy that cord that connects the two AirPods together. And it's like, why didn't you just keep your wired headphones? Like, if you're going to go to the whole point of adding a wire, why didn't you just keep the wire? I don't know. I don't get it. Anyways, another thing about this nice little case is it's padded. And I keep two more things in this case. I keep one of these little, oh wait, there's something else in there. What is that? Oh, I don't need that anymore. I can get rid of that. Okay, so this is one of those, in case the airplane has the dual plug, this will, you can plug into there. And what they tell you is that you can plug the one, if you just have a 3.5 jack, you can plug it into the left side and hear stereo, but it's just not as good. So I like to have this adapter so that I can plug into the dual in case they have dual and I can hear better, you know, because it's all about the experience, right? Okay, I don't know where I found this cord, but it's really cool because it's like a one and done cord. So it has the USB side, just a regular USB, but the other end of it has Lightning, micro USB, and USB-C. So I can charge anything with this cord, this here little puppy. So that's really nice. So that way I don't have to be bringing a whole bunch of cords and a whole bunch of stuff. And I can just fit it all into this little case. And it's also, you know, what I like about it is it's easy to keep track of. You know, I hate having a billion things to think about, and this way all my stuff is in one little case. All right, so that's this front pocket. And I already want to show you that this front pocket is this big, okay? As opposed to these pockets that are like this big. And I mean, I could probably put this in there, but it's really hard to zip. I don't know. it just doesn't ever work. I don't know. It's working now because it's trying to show out, but anyways, okay. All right, so now let's look at this pocket, because this is a much more useful pocket than these pockets right here, because this pocket goes all the way down the front. And even though it's still flat, I would never be able to fit this book into either one of these pockets, you know? It's bigger. So I could put 2 notebooks in there, in that front pocket if I wanted to, you know? And actually this is a wet pocket, so if you have things that are wet, it's supposed to keep them separate and keep the rest of the stuff in your bag from getting wet. I always, let me tell you about this. Okay, so I've started bringing a notebook for the past few years because I have a terrible memory, and we take so many trips that sometimes they start to run together, and I want to remember, if I'm going to take a trip, I want to remember what I did. So I try to, you know, write down everything, kind of like a diary journal sort of thing. So I recommend doing that because it, like, especially names of places and people we meet. I'm horrible with names. So this way I can go back and be like, what was the name of that thing we ate? What was the name of that place we went? You know, it's really helpful for that. Plus, it helps you pass the time if you're somewhere where you're waiting, whatever. And so, and also it's therapeutic. You know, I really like, I recommend journaling. Just get your thoughts on paper. There's something therapeutic about it. Anyways, all right, now I do have to make a confession because I don't know if you can see, but the bottom of this is all tore up, and that was my fault. I just got this bag and I put it in the washer upside down, and I have a top loading washer, and I know how to situate it now. I don't know how to explain it, but I had it like upside down like this in the washer, and what happened is when it was spinning, it just like tore a hole into this, so I actually stitched it up. I'm going to be using this bag as my backup. I ordered another one. I haven't even used this bag and I already messed it up, but I'm so excited about it that I just wanted to make a video. So this is my tore up version of the bag that is coming that I'm going to be using. Anyways, I just love this bag, so I just wanted to make a video, y'all. All right, so now let's get into and start talking about the 4 compartments and why I believe that they are far superior to this configuration. All right, so first of all, we're going to get into this front pocket. All right, this is my library and extended tech in this pocket. So I have a book, I have my charging cube that is, it has all the plugs that you would need internationally. So anywhere that you would possibly ever go, you have the possibility to plug in. And it converts 120 to 240 and whatever. You can charge your phones. Like, you can't run a hairdryer on this. It's not strong enough, but you can charge your phone. You can charge your iPad, maybe a laptop if it's one of the newer ones. But I've taken this, I've used this for probably 10 years now, and it still works. And so I have a backup whenever this one breaks, but I love this, and I just love that it's a one and done, because, you know, I also have some of those where they have the pieces that plug on, you know, and you have to bring the right plug for the country you're in. And then if you're stuck in a layover, you don't have the right, you forgot to bring the plug. So I like this because it has all the plugs you'd ever need. This one, this is, I think I've shown this before in a past video. These are my sunglasses, and they are folding sunglasses, and I just really like them because they fold out to be full-size sunglasses, and they actually don't look obnoxious. They don't look like they're folding sunglasses. They look like normal sunglasses when they fold out, but they also take up way less space than normal sunglasses. So that's super cool. And if I need to, I can attach them to the outside of my bag with this strap or whatever, you know, just depending. All right, so those are my sunglasses. Now, you see this front pocket, and you can already see how this is a better front pocket than this one because it has an organizer in it. So let me tell you what is in this here organizer. First of all, this is something that I love because I'm always forgetting where I put my car key or my house key. You know, once you get to your destination, you kind of forget about those things, and then you get back home and you're like, where did I put the car key? So I like this. This is very nice. Then you have a passport pocket here. Again, I don't recommend putting your passport anywhere on the front because people can scan it. I think I said that before. So, but you could put your paper ticket, something there, and whatever you put there, just remember that that's where it is, you know. But what I like is, as opposed to this bag, where that front pocket, you just throw everything in there and then it's not organized. So you're like, I don't remember what's in that pocket. But with an organizer, you can keep organized. So that's nice. This is an inflatable seat cushion for the airplane because their seats are not suited for human bottoms. So, so you have the passport thing there. You have a little mesh pocket here for like credit cards or ID or whatever, obviously. Then you have two little pockets on either side of the pen pockets. There's two pen pockets, so I have a pencil and a pen. And then on the front, there's this like mesh pocket that I don't know what you would use that for, but it's there if you need it. All right, so that's the front pocket. Now, let's talk about the coup de grace and why I'm so impressed with this configuration, because I feel like this configuration is far superior to any other suitcase backpack that I have seen. All right, so what I love about this is that this front pocket is like my library, tech, whatever, comfort for the flight pocket. This is my closet. So like instead of bringing a bunch of different packing cubes, I can just pack all my clothes that I would need. And what I have, again, I'm not actually using this on a trip right now. I'm just showing you an example. But I've packed a capsule wardrobe in here for any sort of, for a range of events and a range of weather. And then some other things over here. So let's get to the capsule wardrobe that I have packed so you can see what I'm talking about. So just to, first order of events, here is the cord for this charging port. So if I needed to, I could put that compact battery in here and I could charge my phone and maybe like keep my phone in this pocket and have it charging if I needed to. That's a, you know, if you need to charge your phone while you're walking, that's something you could do, and that way you don't have to be holding your battery in your phone and trying to figure out where to put them, you know. So that's convenient, so that's nice. All right, so let's get into the clothes that I packed. So starting with bottoms. So first thing that I have packed are these hiking pants. And what I like about these hiking pants is that they pack down super duper small. I don't know if you noticed that, but if you roll them up, they pack so small. They're really thin and they are waterproof or water resistant. They're great for hiking. I've worn them hiking a billion times. But you know what else I've worn them? I've worn these as business slacks before. So what I did was I just tucked these in and I took the little neon parts, you can pull those off and zip the pockets up. And then I wore a blouse that kind of comes down so that you don't see their zipper pockets over them. But because there's no pockets or anything on the leg, they actually can transition to business wear or casual attire, and they don't even look like hiking pants anymore. So these are really good and really versatile pants to travel with, and also because they pack down so small. Next bottom that I have is a black skirt, and it's about a little longer than midi, but it's not quite maxi, and it's stretchy. It's kind of jersey material, so it's comfortable, and it would transition from summer to winter easily, just depending on, and it could be slightly formal, casual. It could transition that way too, especially because it's so plain. And so that's a nice transitional, or a nice versatile thing to have. And then my third bottom is a pair of these just kind of fun traveling pants. And again, they're that really, really super thin material, so they pack down really small, but it's just kind of a fun print without being super obnoxious. And there's a little bit of styling detail down the leg, and they're not like super skinny, and they're not like super loose. They're not like balloon pants. So, you know, they can transition a little, not maybe formal, but you could wear them to dinner if you needed to. And I mean, you probably couldn't wear these much in the winter unless, yeah, because they're kind of thin, but I mean, you could make it work if you needed to. So I just like those pants because they're so thin and easy to pack. Now, speaking of winter, if I did want to wear those pants in the winter, then these are actually silk pajamas. And I just wanted to show you before I unrolled them how small they pack down. So these are super great. I got these on Amazon. They came in like a two-pack set. The other set is silver colored, but you can see it's just kind of like a black long sleeve top. And the thing about silk is it's actually thermal without being thick. So I know merino is a little bit like that because it packs down. A lot of travelers love merino, but I love silk even more because it keeps your body warm, but it's so super duper thin. And if I had to, this is a little bit see-through. As long as I wear a bra under it, I could wear that as a top if I needed to. If it's really cold, I could wear it as a base layer for hiking or just going out. Same thing with those thin pants. If I wore this underneath as a base layer, I should be warm enough. I mean, I'm not going to be like traveling the Arctic with this or anything, but I just love that silk is an option for traveling. And the reason I would be bringing these is for pajamas. And another thing about silk, because it is an organic material, just like merino, it's temperature regulating. So even if it's a little warm, you're not going to get overheated, but if it is cold, you'll be warm enough with this layer. So I highly recommend those for traveling. All right, now let's get into the tops. So as I said, I'm not going to be packing like this for every trip, but I did want to bring a tank top in case it, you know, if you're going somewhere that's warm, you want to make sure you have things accordingly. And obviously a black tank top can be dressed up or down depending on the jewelry you wear, how you accessorize. Now here's a little packing trick, is if you can find blouses that are this really, really thin material, you can actually roll them, 2 or 3 of them together, and make the same size roll as your other clothing, and you can get more outfits out of your wardrobe that way. So I really like this top. I take it almost on every trip because it's so thin and it's kind of longer. So, you know, you can like do that little thing where you tuck in the front, you know, and whatever. It's just very versatile. It can be dressed up or down, and it can fit. I mean, if I were to roll this by itself, this thing rolls down to like literally nothing. That's why I roll it together with another shirt. So like, look how tiny that is. That like takes up 0 room. So I recommend finding shirts like that. This is obviously a little graphic tee, so that's fun. You can hike or just go shopping in that. And then here are 2 more tops. So already I have shown you tank top, These are 5 tops already. This one is kind of like a little blouse, and you'll notice that I have like primary colors. I just did that because to have like pops of color, because my bottoms were neutral black. This obviously is kind of a blouse. You could wear it for maybe like business or casual, and it has a collar on it. This one is actually an active wear tee. It's kind of got a cute little thing on the side, so if you wanted to wear it like shopping or day trip or something, But I wear this shirt hiking just because it's like that waffle moisture wicking sort of material. And it's super thin, so it's easy to pack. And it's super bright, so you don't get lost in a group, you know. So anyways, advantages to that shirt. It's really comfortable. All right, so that gives me the ability already for 5 different outfits just based on my tops. I have another top, and this is just to have sort of like a winter, fall winter sort of thing. This is long sleeve. It's thin, but I think it's wool. I'm not sure. I got it in Israel a billion years ago. But it's just kind of fun. And if I wore the base layer under it, plus I have a coat, a winter coat, so I would be fine if it was cold outside with this sort of layering. Plus, when I travel on the airplane, I always have my heaviest clothes. I try to wear like a tank top, a flannel shirt, and then have a hoodie, like a fleece hoodie tied around my waist. So I can use all of those things to layer later as well. All right, and then I have 2 pairs of underwear, and I have a pair of compression socks and a pair of ankle socks. And what else do I have? I have 2 bras, and I have a bathing suit in case I'm going swimming. And this is a cashmere cardigan. So I like to bring cashmere because if you need to be dressy, you know, if I wore that black tank top, my black skirt, and then this cashmere sweater, and then wore like a nice necklace or whatever, I could go out for dinner easily and look put together, you know. But also because this cardigan has like buttons down the front, it can also be kind of casual. So it just depends on how you dress it up or dress it down. But another thing about cashmere is it's super lightweight and it's very warm. So this could also be another layer if I needed it to be. So that is my capsule wardrobe, and all of that fit into that little nice compartment right there. So now let's talk about the other big compartment, which is this one over here. So first of all, we have my fanny pack. And what I like about this fanny pack is obviously I don't wear it around my waist because I don't know, I think that looks weird. But I do wear it like crossbody, like the kids do these days. I like this particular one because it is so flat and you can shove it in anywhere. Obviously, everybody recommends you bring one of these after you go through security, take it out of your bag, and make sure you keep your passport. And I also keep my phone in it. And that way it's always on my body and I don't have to be like searching through the pockets of my bag. Where did I put my phone? Where did I put my passport? And I just keep this on my body until I get on the airplane and I stuff it all into my personal item. But what I really like about this is it has 2 pockets. So you can put your passport here, your phone in the back, there's some cash. But it's also FRID protected. PackSafe is the brand. So I actually take this when I'm running errands at Aldi. I take this when I run errands, buy groceries, because that way I don't have to like carry a purse. And this little part has sort of like a place you could attach a key ring. So I always have my Aldi quarter and my key, my car key, and all my little club cards, you know, from all the grocery stores on this thingy, and that's what I use to go shopping every day. Now, this is, I believe, the world's best traveling purse, and I am always on the lookout for one that is better because I am so afraid that this one is gonna tear up and then I won't be able to use it anymore and I'm gonna be so bummed. So anyways, it's Kate Spade, may she rest in peace. This is such a good design. And what I love about this bag is so many reasons to love this bag. It's great for just every day when you're traveling, crossbody bag. It holds a ton of things. Like right now it has an umbrella in it. I can put those sunglasses in it. I can carry my phone. Sometimes I can take my cardigan and shove it in there. I mean, it holds so much stuff for being so small. And there's still room in there to put other things. What I also love about it is because it's kind of shiny. I have literally, my husband and I go on kind of like trips with his job, and they always have like a fancy dinner one or two of the nights. And I've used this bag as like my evening bag as well. I mean, it's so transitional. It works for so many different things. But another thing that I use this for is I use this as my comfort bag on the plane. So I'll put my travel scarf in here. I'll put any little toiletries like toothbrush, a small little bag of like hand wipes, just whatever it is, that tissues. And then I will hang this on the seat in front of me on the airplane, and then this is what I reach into, and then I don't have to reach into that nasty pocket on the front of the seat in front of me. So I can't say enough good things about this bag, and I just pray that it holds up and may it never die, because I love it too much. All right, now let's talk about my travel scarf. I found this on Amazon several years ago, and I use it every time I travel because it is so darn versatile. It's obviously, you know, they tell you to bring a blanket scarf on the plane because sometimes they don't give you a blanket on the plane, and sometimes the blankets are nasty, whatever. But this one opens out. You can see it's huge, and it's almost a square. So I can use it as a scarf, obviously, if I fold it a few times, and I can use it as a scarf. I can also double it over and have it like a triangular scarf. I've also even used this as obviously a blanket on the airplane. I've used this as a sarong going swimming, like tie it around your waist or tie it around your body as sort of a bathing suit cover-up. I've used it in so many situations. And yeah, you can see my hand, it's very thin, but on the airplane, I don't know how to explain. I don't know if it's made out of wool, but it's just enough layer to keep you warm. I don't know. I don't know what witchcraft is going on in this, but it works really well. All right, now here is, I haven't actually used this as a neck pillow yet because I love that other neck pillow. But I just want to show this because just in case someone were to stop me because my bag is so full and they say, ma'am, you can't take that on the plane, I could just take a bunch of my clothes out and stuff it into this. This is one of those neck pillows that you can stuff your clothes into and make a neck pillow out of it, and then it doesn't count as luggage. So and when you're not using it, it folds away totally flat. One other thing that I keep in here is this little, I forget what this is called. It's like that foldable thing that all the influencers have, and you like can fold it and you can watch things on your phone and put it on the tray in front of you in case your airplane television thingy doesn't work. So, but you're not gonna need that when you're sleeping. So what I would do is if I need to use this as a neck pillow, I will stuff it with all my stuff to make a neck pillow, and then I would stick this right on the inside, and then that would keep sort of like a stability to the shape. You know what I'm saying? So your head, you know, if this is where my chin is, my head's not gonna fall down, you know? So, you know, you could make that work. I don't know what it is. When I sleep on an airplane, my head is bobbing all over the place. And that's why I usually use that traction pillow. But if I needed to, I could use that. All right, now, you will never believe what I have in this here little bag. Do you know that I have a full-size hooded rain jacket and a full-size hooded winter coat and wool gloves in this little compartment? I know you don't believe me, so I'm going to show you. All right, so first of all, let's look at my winter coat. Now, I got this winter coat and I actually wear it for hiking on the regular. I bought a Mountain Hardwear one for like $300 or $400, and I hated it because it was too short. It didn't have a hood, and the fabric was so thin. I was like, this is gonna tear up the second I start wearing it. So I returned that. I went on Amazon and searched and searched and searched. The brand here is 32 Heat. It comes with a hood. The hood is detachable, so you can unzip the hood if you want and take it off. But I always keep the hood on because it's like a free hat, and then you don't have to bring a hat. I love that when it zips up to my chin, and if I needed to, I could use my scarf for more neck protection. But what I also love is that it covers my butt, you know? It goes all the way down like a parka. And in these zipper pockets is where I have my little wool gloves. The brand is -33, and I love those. They keep my hands warm even though they're so small. But I can't say enough good things about this coat. This coat was, whenever I looked on Amazon and bought this one, it was $50. So compare $50 to $400, and there's so many better features on this. It even has elasticized cuffs. Now I will say that sometimes you get little feathers sometimes, but it's really not too bad. And another thing is you can put this in the washer. This is down-filled, okay? Down-filled, so it's very warm and very lightweight. Obviously you can pack it down to like really, really small. But you can put it in the washer and the dryer. So it can take a lot of beating, and it keeps on ticking, you know? And I've taken it to Norway, I've taken it hiking, I've taken it all over the place, and I can't say it. And it's green, and I love green. Green is the best color. Speaking of green, here is my raincoat. And again, this was an Amazon purchase from a bazillion years ago. And it's hooded, it zips up to the chin. You can see the little taggy things have already come off. I probably should replace that because it kind of looks a little nasty. Put something there, but it has pockets, and it covers my butt, and it's waterproof. So, and I like that it's super thin because I can wear it in the spring and fall, and it's not too hot. And it's green, you know? Green is the best. All right, and then, so if I were traveling, I would be wearing my biggest shoes. So that would probably be like hiking boots or Hokas or something that are too big to pack. And honestly, I would be traveling with a carry-on as well. I'm just showing you all that you possibly could pack in here. I would never probably pack it to the capacity that I packed it to today. I'm just showing you what you can do. So I would be wearing walking or hiking shoes already. So these are the two other shoes that I would probably bring. And you can see, I always have these, I bought like a pack of these shoe covers. I think they're for like the hospital or something. But I just hate traveling with shoes. And these little shoe covers, I literally will throw these in the washer and then hang them to dry every time I travel. And I just reuse the same ones. I'm one of those people. I tell you what, I don't hardly throw nothing away if I can still use it. All right, I found these, I think, on Temu. They might be on Amazon as well. But what I love about them is they are sandals, and they pack down totally flat. My husband hates these. He thinks they look like Crocs, but I kind of like them. I think they're a little cute. They are slightly obnoxious, but you could wear these on the plane. And what I like is that they're not flip-flops. They don't have that thong thing for your toes. So you could wear these with socks easily, and you could walk around the plane, and you can also, obviously you want to wear these in hotels and keep your feet from, especially in hostels and stuff that are kind of gross on the floor. But you could also wear these to I've worn these to the pool and to the beach and whatever, and I think they're kind of cute, you guys. My husband makes fun of me, but whatever, you know what? They hate us because they ain't us. All right, then this is kind of, I don't know, these are just some Tory Burch flats. Honestly, if I were traveling, I probably would wear pointed toe flats just because they look a little dressier if you needed to be dressy. But I do like these to travel with because they are so flat. You can smush them down real flat and they still look nice. So I do like to travel with these, but if you had a reason to be a little dressier, and obviously you don't want to wear tennis shoes or hiking boots or little nasty sandals, this gives you an option of wearing something a little nicer for like dinner or whatever, business meeting. All right, now, can you guess what you haven't seen in my configuration yet that you might need when you're traveling? Can you guess it? It is toiletries, right? So where's my toiletry bag? Well, I don't travel with the laptop because I'm on vacation and I'm not working. So my toiletries go back here. But right before I do that, I just wanted to show you that this is where I keep my foot sling. And you know what a foot sling is if you've watched traveling videos. It keeps your feet elevated while you're on the airplane. I find it very, very relaxing. And if I don't bring this, my legs hurt. So I love bringing that. Now, this might give you an idea, okay? I thought of this a few years ago, that if you, look what happens. Let me just say it like this. Okay, this is my toiletry bag. If I were to zip it up and put it into the main compartment here, you can see that would take up half the space. And as I said, on this bag over here, I don't even use the laptop compartment. So if I'm not going to use the laptop compartment, I might as well unzip my toiletry bag and slide it in there. And that way my toiletries are all kept together, but they're not taking up a bunch of room in the rest of my bag. So that may give you an idea. But I just got this new toiletry bag. I'm a fan of hanging toiletry bags because you can see everything. And I have it divided up with feminine products, solids, liquids, and then kind of pharmacy stuff, tissues and drugs and wipes. Now, I also recommend that you always travel with another little separate clear bag. And what I do is I put all of my liquids into this bag and keep it separate until after I've gone through all the security, and then I will dump it into this section just in case you have to remove your liquids. It's easier to do it that way. So that's that. But let me show you the very, very special thing about this toiletry bag. Okay, so on this side, you see that it has the cart handle. You can put this over the handle of your carry-on if you need to. But on this side, it has a really cool feature. And I don't know if any of you are Christian out there, but if you've been a Christian in the 80s and 90s, doesn't this remind you of one of them old Bible carriers? That's what this reminds me of. Remember all the ladies used to carry their Bibles in like a quilted-y thing like that? That's what this reminds me of. Anyways, I digress. All right, so how many of you know what this is? And how many of you are irritated with this like I am? So what is this? This is a jewelry organizer, okay? And this is usually how I travel, and I do like it because it's hard and it keeps your jewelry from being smashed, and it has a nice organization in it, has a mirror, places for earrings. But you know, if you've ever used one of these, that if you have jewelry in any of these compartments, first of all, it's like a rock. And I tell you what, every time I go through security, I always get stopped for this little thing, because it's like all of a sudden they don't know what jewelry looks like in the scanner, and they always have to open it. And whenever they open it, I'm like, can you please just let me open it? Because you're gonna make a mess. And they're like, no ma'am, you can't touch it. And then they go, and all my jewelry goes everywhere. And I'm like, "Ugh." Anyways, so let me show you my solution. I found this the other day, and I'm super duper excited. I can't wait to travel with it, because this here little pocket has a jewelry organizer in it, and you can see I've opened it and nothing's falling out. It's amazing. So I'm so excited about this, because if this goes through a scanner, obviously you know it's necklaces and bracelets, and if somebody needs to look at it, like I've been so snarky with people before. I'm like a boomer when it comes to security. I'm like, have you never seen jewelry before? Blah, blah. You just want to see what I have. And then they like roll their eyes at me. Anyways, so, and I keep this little pouch in here too in case I want to put a few more bracelets or something in that. But anyways, I'm so excited about this because I feel like this is a game changer, and it like literally takes up no space because it's flat, and it's gonna really revolutionize my getting through security. And I don't have to worry about losing this because it's gonna be part of my toiletry bag. I mean, there's just so many advantages. Plus, you know, this toiletry bag is super duper cute, you know? It has metal zippers. And you know what? Like, this was $10 on Amazon. Can you believe that? I can't even believe it. Anyways, so I really love this. I love my new backpack. One last feature before we're finished is the infamous lumbar pocket that I mentioned before. That is the best place to keep your passport. And also, if you put like your phone in there, it makes the lumbar section stick out a little more, which in turn supports your back, that lumbar section of your back. So, a lot of reasons to love this back pocket. It also has the cart loop there. It also has the sternum straps, and these were also from Amazon. I ordered these hip securing latches there. I attached those myself, but that just helps keep everything more supported. And that is everything. So thank you for watching, and I will try to leave a link in the copy, but keep in mind that Amazon, bags like this, they're made in China, and they're not necessarily made from one company. Once they sell out from one company, they'll re-release them under a different company name. So just be on the lookout for this. I think if you just search, this one is mint green. That might help you in your search results. If you search suitcase backpack mint green, this one should come up somewhere in the search if you like it. So hopefully this video gave you some ideas. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.